Warning, warning, warning. All videos and readings all videos and readings are all alleged and only for entertainment purposes.
These stacks activity, people, lies, truth.
I thought I was talking this entire time and I wasn't. I am so sorry. Hello, welcome back, my truth seekers. I'm Kisha, and in today's reading, we're diving into a sensitive topic, the rumors surrounding Mitch McConnell. We're going to look into whether the speculation about his well being has any truth to it, or if it's just being used to avoid a political shakeup. With so much writing on his role in the party's current standing, it is a situation that raises a lot of questions. So tonight we're doing intuitive, symbolic, tarot exploration into the energy surrounding Mitch McConnell, not politics, not prediction, just the energetic story behind recent events. Before we dive deep into the details, please take a moment to listen to our standard warnings. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy. Thank you. Make sure you guys share this page, share the video. I mean, a girl had a girl, right? So make sure you guys share. Okay, so of course, when I'm doing a tarot reading on a specific subject, I like to, give a brief intro about the subject. So tonight readings is it's going to be very intuitive. You see, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is still in the hospital after he took a fall during a dinner in Washington, D.C. This has led to a lot of people, politicians, and regular citizens alike demanding more transparency about his health. McConnell is 81 years old and holds a powerful leadership position. Okay. So there's a growing concern about whether he's healthy to keep doing his job. Many are arguing that the public deserve to know more details about his condition, not just vague updates his office has provided so far. This situation has sparked a bigger conversation about whether elected officials, especially older ones in important roles, should be more open about their health issues. I mean, especially if they're old, and they should have an age limit on who can be in this senatorial position in the first place, but that's just my interpretation. Now, for now, McConnell's team says only that he's been treated and is recovering, but many people are left with unanswered questions and are pushing for the most honest communication about what's really going on. Now, before we dive deep into this reading, I want you guys to take a look at these clips, okay? Now, before I play this clip, I want you guys to understand a lot of people are wondering what is the true characteristic and why Mitch McConnell is so important, and why do we even give a damn of all the senators in the office. But you gotta understand, Mitch McConnell holds a key factor on where we at in terms of the racist regime and the demographic we are right now. He holds a very, very serious position and influence on why we in the position we are in right now. You know, and that's why it's important for us to ask for full transparency. Okay. So with that said, listen to this young lady who is brilliant when it comes to breaking down individuals' bios or any stories of the nature. Please go follow her page. She's amazing. Take a look.
McConnell wasn't born in D.C. He was born in Alabama in 1942. Raised for a while in Athens, Alabama, but he came of
Just a moment. I need to make sure this video is playing the sound because some reason this girl got her videos blocked where you can't listen to her sound. So I'm going to see if I can listen to her sound or not. Or we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. All right, so the sound is definitely on here. All right, let me just play it here.
in Louisville, Kentucky, a city that went through vicious fights.
Hold on just a moment. So here's what we're going to do. For some reason, it's not going to play on here. So we're going to do what I usually do because I just do what I do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull up her video. And then we're just going to play it independently. Okay. So just give me a second here while I do that. Since they want to piss me off with this. All right, let me just pull up her video right quick. All right, as usual, things never go right. But things are going to start going right with this show, okay? All right, here we go. Perfect. All right, so we're going to add that to the stage. There we go. There we go. All right, so let me just let it finish being added to this, to the forefront here. Since, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to play the video. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Mitch McConnell racist? Hell yeah. And when you trace where he's from, who he serves, and what he's built, you see the pattern. He protects a system that keeps Black power small and white power safe. Every single time. So McConnell wasn't born in D.C. He was born in Alabama in 1942. Raised for a while in Athens, Alabama, but he came of age in Louisville, Kentucky, a city that went through vicious fights over school desegregation and busing in the 70s. He graduated the University of Louisville and then the UK College of Law. And then he became a careful careerist operator, Jefferson County judge by the 70s, and U.S. Senator from 1985 and on. That is before I was born. This man has been a senator longer than I have been alive. That's insane. So his political DNA is Deep South plus Border South, where law and order talk, and local control are the polite suits that old systems wear. McConnell figured out the cheat code. Courts outlast elections. He blocked Merrick Garland for nearly a year, then jammed through Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Barrett in 4. He flooded the lower courts with lifetime judges. And what did those courts do? Gutted voter protections piece by piece. Killed affirmative action in college admissions. Greenlit voter ID purges and map games that primarily hit the Black, Latino, and Native communities. He didn't have to say stop Black power. He just built the bench that would. After Shelby County v. Holder in 2013, you know, the one that ripped the teeth right out of the Voting Rights Act. Congress could have fixed it with the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. But McConnell's line was, there's no need for federal oversight. Meanwhile, states sprinted to pass voter suppression. Same day, gone. Drop boxes cut maps remade overnight. He also trashed the For the People Act that would have set national standards. Early voting, automatic registration, limits on extreme gerrymanderers. The result? The rules stay riggable wherever Black voters are a threat to the status quo. This isn't random, this is incentives. He's the Senate whisperer for corporate donors, dark money networks, and the modern conservative legal project. He championed Citizens United style deregulation of money and politics. More donor power, less public power. He opposed the $15 minimum wage, fought broad student debt relief, tried to repeal the ACA, policies that would have narrowed the racial health and wealth gaps in places like West Louisville and the Black Belt. Keep labor cheap, keep money loud, keep turnout low, and the power stays predictable. Now, when race comes up, he reaches for erasers. On reparations in 2019, this fool said no one alive today was responsible. On voting disparity in 2022, he said African American voters are voting in just as high a percentage as American voters. Now, then he walked it back. The move is always the same. Downplay the harm, deny the need, and delay the fix. I'm not in his head, but the patterns tell the truth. Geography. Alabama and Kentucky politics, shaped by segregation fights and local control. Coalition. Business donors and cultural conservatives who benefit when Black turnout is harder and worker power is weaker. Strategy. Courts and procedure, not slurs and shouting. So whether he feels racist is actually irrelevant. The outcomes of his choices consistently entrench racial hierarchy. That's not an accident, that is architecture. Mitch McConnell is a living example of how racism survives without ever having to raise its voice. You won't hear the word, but you'll feel the consequences.
See, you see how that whole thing went down? Yeah, see, Mitch McConnell holds a very, very interesting place in our demographic and where we stand in politics, believe it or not. And I must say, I mean, it's definitely, I didn't even know he held that much power. I'm not gonna lie about you. Um, well, I meant to say I'm not gonna lie to you. I really didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that it was that powerful until I did my own research and then looked at a few videos after I do my research. Because that's what I do. I do my research and then I, look at other people's research as well. I always do my own research first and I validate it with other sources. And sometimes, even though I may validate with other sources, I may not agree with their source. So there's that whole issue. So don't think, oh, she's just copying off people. No, when I make my videos, I don't copy off anybody. They're all authentic. Even the photos that I use are literally authentic, believe it or not. Okay, so now that we know his background in Mitch McConnell and what stance did he hold in our demographic in terms of racism, let's go a bit deeper. Let's see what's currently happening in today's politics. I'm going to play this video here. So let's see what's going on with this. Hold on, let me just hold on for a second here.
When a spokesperson announced McConnell's hospitalization that day, all he said was that McConnell had been admitted and was receiving excellent care. But as far as more details, we had emergency services
videos are not playing, but give me a moment here, okay?
The ambulance had been
we are going to fix that. Let's pause that. Are we going to play it the same way I played the last video since they want to, piss me off today with this? All right, so we're going to move whole video and then we're going to play his video. All right. Looks like that's what we're going to have to end up doing today. Because, the videos that I'm putting on here don't want to play. So I'm going to remove this video too that I have on here that seem to not want to play. Look like we're just going to be doing sharing screen. And this video here is only a minute, but we're going to go and play it anyway. All right, so let's pull this up as well. All right, let's add that. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and play it for you.
You've now got new video showing Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell being taken from his home on a stretcher and loaded into an ambulance. And while it may have been filmed nearly a month ago, it's almost the only thing that we have to give us any idea of why he's been in the hospital since June 14th. You had the neighbor who took the video telling CNN that they opened their door to this whole scene at around 8:30 in the morning that day, and officers on site just said that there had been a medical emergency. And you also had another eyewitness telling the neighbor that the person on the stretcher had been McConnell and that he had not been wearing an oxygen mask. But when a spokesperson announced McConnell's hospitalization that day, all he said was that McConnell had been admitted and was receiving excellent care. But as far as more details, you had an emergency services recording later obtained by an independent journalist suggesting that the ambulance had been called for an unconscious person who had undergone cardiac arrest. But McConnell's team, you've had them just staying silent. And now weeks later, we still have no idea exactly what medical issue this elected official's facing. We know almost nothing about his condition, and his lengthy disappearance, it's even sparked demands for proof of life, right? And you're seeing everyone skeptical, or with claims from some that they've spoken to McConnell just not being believed by a ton of people. Instead, it's just led to a whole new meme with people pretending they just got off the phone with him. But really, whatever the case, this whole situation, it just serves as another reminder that there should be age limits to who can run for office. They already do it if they say you're too young. There's got to be a level where you're too old. And you can call it ageist, but I'm just being a realist.
All right, so let's play the last video because they claim this is him, which I think was just a stage prop. I don't even think that was him. I don't even think the video was authentic. I literally think this was just staged to make it seem like it was him. They are going very far to try to prove that this man is still alive or whatever the case may be.
You have questions.
I mean,
we have questions. Now even Kentucky's. You have questions. We have questions. Now even Kentucky's governor is asking, what's going on with Mitch McConnell? Democratic Governor Andy Beshear is calling on the 84-year-old Republican senator to publicly update Kentuckians on his health and whether or not he can continue serving. As you know, McConnell has been in the hospital for more than 3 weeks now, and his office hasn't really provided much outside of saying that he's grateful for the outpouring of support. We are hearing from his friends, though. Senate Majority Leader John Thune, Senate Republican Whip John Barrasso, and his longtime friend Scott Jennings all say they spoke with McConnell this week and described him as engaged, but Beshear isn't buying it. He says Kentuckians deserve to hear from McConnell himself. Here's the thing, though. If McConnell leaves office before his term ends in January, a 2024 change in Kentucky law means that Beshear wouldn't be able to appoint his successor. Instead, he'll have to call a special election in Kentucky. As for McConnell here in Washington, D.C., well, he was last spotted on the Hill on June 11th, casting a vote.
Yep, and that's currently where we're at with that. So let's just pull up the regular screen here, get rid of that, put that up there, and we're just going to proceed with our regular tarot reading here. Yeah. Right now I'm just doing some adjusting because it's looking really weird over here, you guys. Anyway. Just a second. It's adjusting my screen because what you guys see is not what I'm seeing. I wish I can show you guys what I'm seeing right now. Anyway, now that we got a little background of Mitch McConnell, with that being said, I'm not predicting politics, elections, or outcomes. I'm reading the emotional, spiritual, and symbolic story the cards hold. And here are my suggestions here. These are going to be my suggested readings that I'm going to do in terms of Mitch McConnell. The first will be, it would be like this. Today's spread will be a 5-card spread. I'm going to start this little thing that I always wanted to do, which is offer a 5-card spread. So that's currently what we're going to do. Okay. All right. So this 5 card spread here is going to be one is going to be I'm going to present the energy of the card, and then I'm going to do the hidden influence of the card. Okay. And then I'm going to do the external pressure of the card. And then I'm going to do an internal conflict and the path of energy. All these is going to pretty much be related to Mitch McConnell. Everything I'm saying is related to his case and the mystery behind his illness and things of that nature. And as you know, I do have a 90% accuracy rate. So there's that. Okay, so let's present the first card here, which is we presenting this particular energy here. Okay, hold on, give me a moment here. All right. Now I know the picture is looking kind of muggy and weird and stuff. Just bear with me here. I'm not doing that. It's just the context of the picture. Remember, my camera is 4K, so if it's giving you some blurry whatever images, like I said, you can just listen to me as a podcast. Now, this first card that I'm going to pull is going to present the energy of McConnell, and it's going to allow us to figure out what energy is he bringing. Now, this first card, as I said, presents the energy. It's the emotional or spiritual state around him right now. Okay, so let's find that out. What is the emotional spiritual state around Mitch McConnell? Asking the guardians to step up here. All right, look like these cards are definitely flowing here. All right, so we have the 7 Pentacles here. Now I know the picture is blurry. That is not me doing it. I don't know what's happening, so just bear with me here. The 7 Pentacles, just in case you guys are just listening to me as a podcast, it holds a man that's standing above like a dirt and his roots. You can see the roots of his plant underneath the dirt, and he's watching it grow. Just in case you're just listening to me like a podcast. And it's the 7 Pentacles. The 7 Pentacles is basically saying that there's definitely going to be some, in terms of the energy. Now, I don't know if this energy is for Democrats or Republicans, but it says here, success waiting, patience waiting, whatever the case may be. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to shuffle these cards again and get in the right energy because I was still carrying some residue from my energy. So we're just going to tap it again and put the right energy in there. Okay, so with my energy are not getting on the card in terms of what I'm feeling in terms of my channel, my future outcome. So we're going to cleanse this deck from any of my negative energy and bring forth Mitch McConnell. Okay, I'm ready. All right, so here's the cards that I got. Now, these are drastically different. And I thought about nothing but Mitch McConnell as I was shuffling. Okay, so here's the present energy. We have the 4 Pentacles here. 4 Pentacles is literally greed. There's a lot of greed around him. A lot of people trying to solidify and hold to their financial security. That's what I'm getting. People trying to hold on to his financial security. And then I have the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords, as you can see, is heartbreak. So there's definitely going to be some heartbreak and some loss. Could be a divorce or something like that. So there's definitely, I know it was rumored that his wife just up and left and went to China or something like that, wherever her hometown is. So I think he was definitely going through divorce. I think she left him because I heard he was a horrible husband. And then we have the 9 of Cups. This is the present energy around here. So while there was greedy people trying to hold on to their financial security and their long-term security, and looked like his wife more than likely left him. We do have the Nine of Cups here, which looks like celebration here. Like someone is definitely celebrating at the moment. So many, it's really weird, because we got someone's gonna have some financial gain. We have heartbreak, and then we got someone's gonna have some financial gain. Is he saying his wife's gonna have financial gain? I mean, I'm starting to think that's literally what's going on. His wife is gonna have financial gain. I'm sorry, this is hilarious. Oh my gosh. It looking like his wife is gonna make a serious come up. I mean, this is crazy. Seriously. His wife is gonna have a come up. And look at it. Oh my gosh. This is the president. Then we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, which is a girl looking like she's on some kind of bull with her bags packed, looking like she's ready to leave. And this is I'll be the laugh. This is hilarious. Um Someone who's carrying too many burdens. So the heartbreak stems from someone celebrating a financial gain after this tragic loss or whatever the case may be. Is happy to move on because it was too many burdens. And when she moved on, look at this. Three of Wands. Travel. She's going to be traveling because apparently she wasn't able to do that. The Seven of Wands came upside down. So that was telling me that the protection that he held, the defense that he held is no longer upright anymore. It's no longer strong anymore, which means it has depleted and has completely fell apart. That's what this card is basically saying here. Like his defense mechanism is completely depleted. That's what I'm getting here. Crazy, but extremely valid. Just saying. Okay, so the second set of cards that I'm going to show are something beneath the surface affecting his personal world. That's what we're getting here. Something beneath the surface is protecting his personal world. So let's find out what's beneath the surface and protecting his hidden influence. Is what we're going to find out, like something that's beneath the surface affecting his personal world. What is his hidden influence? We kind of got a bio about that already. It's hidden beneath the surface. Oop. Oh, the visual on my recording is horrible. It's showing so blurry. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that on my channel because on my end it's showing clear as hell. Okay. This is its hidden influence. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles came out again here. All right. And we know the Seven of Pentacles is basically saying we need patience. There's going to be work delay or something like that. So the hidden influence is patience, work delay. The Temperance card here, like there's a party who's looking for, there needs to be patience or something like that. And it's going to be a little work delay in terms of any progress. That's what I'm getting here. In terms of the Temperance, there's definitely going to be some self-control. There's going to be some moderation here. Then we got a King of Cups here, which means there's going to be some kind of, someone's going to step up and be a leader. Like I'm getting election here, like there's travel here. So there's going to be some traveling, like someone's going to step up and actually reveal something, some hidden influence. What's beneath the surface is like someone's starting to step up, someone's starting to plant roots, I don't know if I'm getting manipulation or something, but that's what I'm getting here. Let's look at the stress. Let's look at the external pressure. This is external pressure. This is the stress, expectations, and public facing energy. Let's look at that because I'm getting someone is going to step up here, but what they're stepping up to doing. I'm getting a chariot as if they're making moves here. Because a chariot is like making moves, like action or something. What are they doing? Let's find out what external pressure is. Let's find out where that's at. Okay, we have the Emperor card here. What is the stress and expectation? We have the Emperor card. Oop, okay. Okay, then we got the Queen of Wands. Oop. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles here. Interesting. I mean, Ace of Swords. Okay. All right, these are upside down. Okay, so here's what I'm getting: the Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands. Okay, remember this is external pressure. The external pressure. So the Ace of Swords here, external pressure means stresses and expectations. Like they're expecting him to literally I guess he's the man with the new ideas. He always comes with some new constructive, vindictive ideas. The same, and right now he's not having, or whoever this leader is trying to come with some new ideas. So we have a leader here, and just from this is a Taurus symbol. But like this leader is definitely trying to come up with some new ideas here, like someone trying to step up and trying to come up with some new creative ideas. Like we have the Ace of Wands here. Like someone's trying to come up with new creative ideas to cover up this whole thing. But the Seven of Wands came out, and it came out again upside down, which means their plan is not going to work. Remember, the Seven of Wands, when it's upright, is literally saying that it's going to be, protected, but it's not going to be protected, which means the plan is not going to be protected. But then we have the Queen of Wands that's coming out here, which is telling me that there's definitely going to be some self-assurance, which means the truth is going to come out anyway, and there will be celebration when the truth do come out. That's what I'm getting here. The external pressure is someone trying to come with some creative ideas to prolong this, but it's not going to work. It's going to fall apart, and the celebratory is going to be high. Like everybody's going to be celebrating when the truth come out anyway, while they're trying to cover up the truth. Okay. And then we have the internal conflict. Internal conflict is literally just a second. Okay, the external conflict is literally when someone is trying to someone who may be wrestling with privately. So we need to figure out who's wrestling with this privately. Like someone who's really, we already know there's going to be a leader trying to come up with some creative ideas to prolong this, but it's going to fall apart. But we're going to need to find out who may be wrestling with this privately. Who may be wrestling with this privately? Okay, so we got someone in the social media, someone in the public eye. Ooh, okay. All right, who's wrestling with this privately? Ooh, okay. All right, we're going to stop here. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords here. And I'm sorry about the blurry thing. You can just go ahead and listen to that podcast. I'm sorry about that. Okay, the Page of Swords is basically telling me there's gossip. There's going to be gossip. So the eternal conflicts, there's gossip. There's gossip going on inside the elite circle in terms of his status. And the Six of Wands came up upside down, which is very, very odd. So the Six of Wands is telling me that the victory, the recognition and good news, there's going to be, that's what it says, but the news is not good. So they're hiding bad news. The gossip is bad news because the Six of Swords follow behind it. And the Six of Swords is literally saying that there will be some transition. Remember I told you the moving, there will be some transition. There's going to be some movement. Something's going to change. And then we have the Hierophant that came upside down. Okay. Now, the Hierophant upright generally means there is conventional expectation, but there's no expectation. The conformality is falling apart. Like their plan is literally falling apart. The eternal conflict is the gossip that's going around in the elite, and the moving and the ducking and dodging and all the illegal crap that they're doing is going to fall apart and it's going to come to the light. Now, let's pull out the fifth card. This is the fifth card, which shows the path of energy. Okay. Let's find out. The path of energy. What is the path of energy? Oop, okay. I have the King of Swords here. Okay. Okay. Now these are not predictions, just the direction energy seems to flow. So we're gonna find out where it's gonna go from here. What's gonna be kind of the end result? Oop, okay. All right, so here's the end result here. The King of Swords came up again. Well, it didn't come up again, but it came up, which means there's going to be another leader. It's going to be international, which means there's going to be some news international. It's definitely going to spread. The High Priestess is coming in, which means I'm saying it's going to be mysteries. It's definitely going to start coming up. Trust is going to have to be regained when the truth finally comes up, and that's definitely going to be questioned. You're going to start seeing that in the media, and after that comes up, then I'm seeing that, I don't know if the Congress or the Senate or whatever is going to start presenting new boundaries for this to never happen again. That's what I'm seeing. And then I got the Page of Swords here, which saying it's going to be all over the internet. It's going to be international. Okay, they're saying global. It's going to be global. So there's going to be global news. That's what I'm getting here. So just to sum it up, if you haven't been following, yeah, the news by Mitch McConnell is, I think you guys get it. Rewind it to get it. All right, so tonight reading wasn't about politics. It was about, well, today's reading wasn't about politics. It was about human energy behind public life, pressure, change, withdrawal, confusion. These are universal experiences. Now, tarot helps us see symbolic story behind the surface. Now, if you want, I could do free readings, but I want to actually take a moment here and I want to do something to my camera because it's looking so blurry on here I'm seeing, and that's got to be annoying. So I'm going to try something else here. So with that said, I'm just going to play a little break music for you, okay?
Touch it, shut up and bend over. Aye. Let your back do the talking over. So back up. Touch it, shut up and bend over. Aye. Let your back do the talking over. So back up. Touch it.